Hi and welcome to fastidishchef.com. Today I'm going to make a wonderful, super delicious stew with beans. It's a Persian bean stew. It's almost forgotten, most unfortunately, in the Persian kitchen, but I have experimented. I've been thinking about this for almost a year, thinking about how to recreate the taste of my childhood. Um, this was served once in a while in our home, and I really, it was one of those few things that I liked because it had such an aroma, so tasty and just wonderful. So I have recreated it from my own, this is my version of the bean stew, the Persian bean stew. And I really hope that you will like it. In that case, please do consider subscribing. And as usual, you will find all the ingredients below this video. But for all the tips and tricks, you probably need to visit my blog. So let's get started and see how easy it is to make this wonderful Persian bean stew. Well, here you can see what is needed, and as usual, it's mise en place, which means that you chop and measure everything before you start cooking. It makes cooking much more fun and easier. You start by washing the beans and soak them overnight, and then you peel and chop the onions very finely and also the celery stalks, and dice your carrots in very small, tiny pieces. And then you heat a pan, put 1 to 3 tablespoons of clarified butter or ghee or oil, and wait until it's 266 degrees Fahrenheit or 130 degrees Celsius before you add 1 chopped onion to the pan. And after that, you also add your chopped celery and even your diced carrots. And it's very good if you put half a teaspoon of salt here, because it will help to take away the liquid and caramelize the vegetables much easier. Mix it very well and fry it for 7 minutes. Here you can see that I add the salt, and then after 7 minutes, you add the soaked beans without the water that has been soaked in, and mix it very well. And now you add all the seasoning. It is 1 teaspoon salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon pepper, 1 teaspoon of turmeric for the taste and the color. Then you also add, mix it again. Then add 6 to 7 deciliters of water that barely covers the beans, and also add the bouillon, 2 vegetable bouillons. Put the lid on and bring it to a boil. When it starts to boil, you lower the heat and also add 3-4 bay leaves. And you lower the heat so that it's just going to gently simmer. And it's going to simmer for 4 to 5 hours, or until you are satisfied with the consistency of the beans. Now let's get started with the sauce. You start with the clarified butter or oil and wait until it's very hot, 266 degrees, before you add 1 chopped onion. And now you have to fry this for at least 10 minutes. And add a very tiny little bit of salt because it helps caramelizing the onion. Then you add 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, and then half a teaspoon salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon pepper, and 1/4 of a teaspoon ground cumin. And you mix it, and then you also add 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Stir and mix before you add your garlic. Stir around and add your tomato paste. And when you add the tomato paste and mix it, wait until you can feel the aroma from the garlic. before you add your liquid, which is water. Then you bring it to a boil and let it simmer gently for 10 minutes. Then the sauce is ready and you can set it aside. I needed to add 2 deciliters of boiled water after a while because it was going to get too dry, and then mix it. And once in a while you check it so it's not going to dry up. Now, after 4 hours, I removed the bay leaves and also added the sauce and let it just continue to simmer. And after 4.5 hours, I tasted it and I was quite content with it, but I needed to add some acidity, which was 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and also some more cumin, ground cumin. Uh, but it is up to you. You need to taste it. And also I added 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of basil. Both of them were dried seasonings. And then let it just simmer, continue to simmer, and until you are satisfied with the consistency of the beans. It is heavenly delicious, as we say in Iran, nush jan, or enjoy.